Will we like the menu change at California Gril?
Princess and the Bear here. Today we're back at Contemporary Resort. Like we're never here.
Seriously.
Because of your number one choice of foodie infotainment, things have changed. When they change, poof, there we go. So remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's go climb a building.
It's time to foodie and chill. And so we reveal the best bread that I have had in a minute. Now, don't go telling anybody that I haven't had good bread in a minute, because I've been to a lot of restaurants lately. But California Gril gives good bread. So much so we've been here 3 times this year. And I just want to say also, this is the first place we've gotten the book signed in since like the whole month of July. I've been so good about getting the book signed, and this month, not so much. So our amazing server, Nasser, also gave me my own topping and my own basket of bread, so I don't have to share with Bear. This is literally Disney magic manifested into my life. Cheers. That gives such good bread that I'm so glad I don't have to share with Bear. I love the olive oil mixture. I always have, and I purposefully did not bring pocket farm because why would I need it at California Gril? It gives me all the amazing vibes of my home state. I love it. The bread is 5 out of 5 breads. I'm gonna definitely be bragging to everybody about how good of a bread California Gril gives me and my baby.
Bread bonanza. They know that we always go through the bread here, so it's actually rather cute. They brought the princess her very own basket. She'll normally go through 2 of these like tomato olive oil breads on her own. Honestly, if we could go to the bar and just order that, we'd probably come here just as often as we go to Steakhouse 71. And I'm not going to tell you how often we go to Steakhouse 71, but it's a lot. If you run into us, Steakhouse 71, no you didn't. Okay?
Charles Woodford Intercept wine. We actually had this on Valentine's Day, and I think there was another time that we had it recently. But either way, all of their wines are vegan, so I was like, I need to get a bottle of this one. Cheers. It's actually chilled Pinot Noir, and I'm not mad at that. It's very crisp and bright. It's like medium bodied. It's not super like heavy. It just kind of sings, and I think it'll go well with everything that we ordered today. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 wines. I think it is a fine time.
A nice Intercept Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir, I think, is one of our most frequently ordered wines, something that we love. I like a nice, good red. With dinner. It's very, very like full-bodied Pinot Noir. Like some cherry notes in there. A little earthy, but nothing that's gonna like burn the throat. Nothing that's gonna tick off your acid reflux or having you want to drink a glass of water. It's very like smooth, full-bodied wine, which you don't find very often. It sticks with you. Love the aroma. I give it 4 out of 5 claws. It's worthy of this view, I'd say.
I do not believe that I have had a sushi at California Gril since the last time that we came for brunch, which was pre-Pandy. You do not understand how many videos we have here at California Gril, you guys. It is too many. But I'm gonna go ahead and try this nostalgia vibe right here. I'm not even gonna put the soy sauce. I'm just gonna go all in. Cheers. The best word that I can describe for that is bright. It is just fresh and summery and light. There's a baby amount of tempura in there, but overall it just feels like I just ate spring or like a light summer. The sushi is amazing. I really wish that California Gril would bring back brunch and bring back multi-sushi rolls, or even like the, what was it called? The I always call it the choose your own adventure meal where you have to pick like 4 things. I love that. But this is amazing. This is a 5 out of 5. This is a Princess Lee's item. We definitely need to try the sushi roll.
I love the artisanal and artistic nature of this roll. You have like that black forbidden rice, asparagus, little things of carrots, and then on the bottom you have a leek puree. Like, that feels like a roll of the seasons. Seasonal roll, if you will. That flavor profile is like eating a flower. Like in the positive way, like the fragrances of like the leek, the asparagus, everything else, the interior, the rice. These give a nice like airy spring, like floral feeling, but not like overpowering. It goes well with like the leek puree, and honestly, it's probably one of the best vegetable adjacent rolls, not really adjacent, like vegetable rolls, period, that we've had in a very long time. It makes me more sad actually that we don't still have brunch here, because sushi here is some of the best Disney World property. Now it's definitely like California fusion sushi, but it's still like top tier. I'd give that 4 out of 5.
Absolutely love my roll, and it also came with these fresh made pickles. These are fire. These are like also a 5 out of 5. Princess City's item. I love this dish so much. I cleaned my plate. I didn't even use soy sauce. It was that good.
If you give me the option, I am always going to choose to eat my food with chopsticks. It's just the preferred utensil for me. This is their brand new pork lechon. You have this very like well-seared pork belly with veggies. You have the chop here. You got a little bit of rice. It is like an all-in little dish. Like if you told me this is an entree, like a fine dining entree, I'd probably believe you. Let's go ahead and dig in to this crispy pork belly. I feel like I've been having a lot of very good pork belly lately, and that is not a complaint. Look at that color. The sear, the crispiness. I am excited. I know that Skittles has long had the title of the candy that melts in your mouth and not in your hand. That's this dish. The pork sits on your tongue like almost like a piece of meat candy, and the second you close your mouth, it dissolves. You just get this wave of pork flavor. It's nice and savory, a little fatty, but absolutely delicious. Like a wave of flavor. Maybe a nod to the wave of American flavors that we miss so much. Maybe? Probably not. Let me try some veggies as well before I give it a final rating. This is amazingly tasty. It's probably my favorite entree that I've had here. Since I had the sushi with the hot sauce, it's not saying anything. They make a lot of good food here.
Shout out to Chef Danny.
Shout out to Chef Danny and the entire crew. They make excellent thing here, from the servers, the chef, their new pastry chef. This is top tier. This is a 5 out of 5 clause. I would literally eat this as an entree if you let me.
This is the corn and summer squash mezzaluna. Now, last time we were here, like a month and a half ago, it was mushroom, and I was not into it. Well, I was not into the mushroom before I had it, but then I sampled it and I freaking loved it. So, squash, I love squash, and we've turned my good, delicious dish into a squash dish. We have some baby corn. I'm gonna cut the squash here, or tortellini, I should say. Look at that filling. It is stuffed. So I'm gonna grab a baby corn with the squash mezzaluna, and we're just gonna cheers to remakes and wonderful things. California Grill is like a little piece of hope. Cheers. It tastes very similar to what we had the last time here, but just squash. And I think with the mushroom, it's really earthy, but with squash, it's just kind of like a little bit on the sweeter side. And I like that. I like that a lot. I think this is much better than the mushroom version, but That's because I'm not a mushroom person. So I think if you were a mushroom person, you might be a little disappointed. But for me, I'm going to say this is a 4.75 out of 5 mezzalunas. I don't really think there's much that you could do to make this dish any better except make it bigger. That's it. But it is signature dining, and I get why they did the prefix. I know a lot of us are like, wow, prefix, blah. It's kind of annoying, and I get it because California Grill didn't used to be prefix, it used to be a la carte. And I personally prefer the a la carte menu over the prefix, but people were holding tables, taking from servers basically from sitting at their tables for too long. So I understand the prefix situation. This makes me miss it a lot less. So I think you should try this.
One thing the California Grill will always do, you always see them do, is they keep all of their vegetables and ingredients very seasonal. So it's not unusual to see a dish that you've had, maybe your last trip, get updated within weeks of you leaving, because they try to make sure that everything they add to their dish is in season. They want the freshest and biggest ingredients for everything they make. And they show a lot of care in choosing those ingredients. So seeing it change from like a mushroom to squash is not a surprise. But I actually think that with the squash, it's looking like a more hearty dish. The plate looks a little bit more filled out. The splash of color, the green against the mezzaluna looks a lot more like poppy. It's given a better aesthetic for your Instagram folks out there. Let's go ahead and dive in. This little piece of the mezzaluna, the princess level, that delicious looking filling. I'm gonna load that on top. I'm gonna take the tiniest bit, the baby corn, because I can, and the princess will leave none for me later if I wait. That is a fork full of greatness. That would make the mouse proud. You think sometimes with like vegan dishes that don't include all meat, that they would be kind of bland. And I feel like it's a lot of people's fear when you don't order the vegan dish. I'm like, well, I'm gonna miss my protein. The key is in execution and seasoning. This plate here is really just a delicious, filled, semi-sweet ravioli, sort of paired excellently with like the earthy, the corn, and the squash, giving you like a complete dish. You will want for nothing ordering this dish. Whether you're vegan or not, this dish has flavors that will literally slap into your taste buds. So if you're avoiding this dish just because it happens to have a plant-based symbol or anything else, I really feel like you're doing yourself a disservice. Because I don't care that it's vegan. Good food is good food. And this is, in fact, good food. That is a 5 out of 5 clause. I am not usually the biggest squash fan. We use squash a lot at home. And I think squash is like the most boring of the vegetables in most cases. This gets me excited. And I have no regrets. Here we have the herb-crusted Oregon lamb. This is one of the newer-ish entrees on here. You've seen lamb pop up on this menu before. But again, as ingredients change, things get revisited, reimagined, just for you. Now it's in a brandy peppercorn demi-glaze. They even give you a little bit of extra if you want to pour it on top. You have an apricot couscous, and then some like foraged mushrooms in here as well, to sort of like even out the plate. It's looking like a work of art. Like an art installation you don't want to touch. But I am indeed going to touch this, and I'm going to eat it. So, let's just dive right in. I always get the lamb or any other meat in any restaurant cooked to chef's temperature. Here, the lamb is cooked medium. You can order it any way you like and ruin it if you like, but it's always going to be your way. I always want like an herb crust at a lot of places. That's going to get burned, and I'm going to lose that herb crust and flavor, or that it's not going to be like tough edge on the meat. This, the herb crust on the lamb, sits on it like a blanket. Like a cozy night in with a bottle of wine. I don't know, like the newest Disney movie, Deadpool and Wolverine maybe, if that's your case. Some candles, and some herb-crusted lamb. It's tasty, it's delicious, it's savory. It's very comparable in like the texture to the ahi tuna that I had last time we were here. but it's a good flavor. It's more savory, more that meaty lamb that I'm used to. I kind of like it. I give this 4 out of 5 claws. It's not my favorite dish that I've ever had here, but it's a strong contender for like the top 5. I couldn't let this pass without at least mentioning it because I'm sure that one of you would keep me honest and call me out in the comments. My dish has peas in it. I hate peas. I do. However, the peas with this apricot couscous, amazing. It's like the peas aren't even there, and I like that. When I can't taste the pea, can't feel a pea, I'm a happy bear.
This is the most gorgeous white chocolate and vanilla bean mousse with peaches. Peaches, 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 peaches. Oh, I love you. Oh. Wow. That was like a peach lemon meringue pie with a little bit of granola added. That is fire. That is so much better than the peanut butter tart. The peanut butter tart was so rich, and this is just a beautiful, light ending to an amazing meal. I would take this over the peanut butter tart any day. Flame me in the comments for that. This is a 5 out of 5. This is a Princess Cities item. You need this in your life.
I know. The peanut butter tart here, the plant-based one, was beloved. It's been here for 2 years. People rave about it. It was a delicious dessert. But California Gril is a new pastry chef, and we like to see new chefs come in and sort of like lay their signature all over the restaurant because we like new and exciting things. It's probably 60% of the reason why we're here today. But these peaches, this mousse, it looks beautiful. The nice marinated peaches. Got this vanilla bean mousse. It's sort of, get in there, there we go. Get a little bit of that, get a little bit of granola, get a little bit of the center. Vanilla bean with the peach actually works out kind of well. Vanilla bean isn't like super sweet, but peaches can be really intense. And I like the way that they balance each other. It's not like a 50-50 split balance, but it's enough to let the peach be a peach, but still taste that vanilla bean mousse with the center and then like the crumbles on the side. Gives a nice little texture. It's like just the right amount of sweet that I like my dessert without going overboard. And I don't feel like it's more than I can handle on my own. I usually say, like, and I used to say a lot about the peanut butter tart, that was too much for one person, that it was like a shareable portion. This feels like a me portion. And I could see the princess probably didn't want to share that with me, but we need opinions. Come here. I'm giving this 4.5 out of 5 claws. It's a tasty, and I think a worthy, more than worthy, and long-awaited change to the peanut butter tart. I'm sure I'm going to butcher this name, but this is a dark chocolate cherry millefeuille. Like, it is a stack of cherry and then dark chocolate mousse with some like cherries marinated in sauce on the side with a caramel tool. So this is caramel. You have a sandwich with the two mousses on top. This is like a caramel crisp. Very interesting, very beautiful. Let's dive right in here. Try to get both mousses. As I destroy this beautiful work of art, I feel a little bit bad. That caramel tool makes it look like a deconstructed candy bar. Like just the tool is like the casing, and then 2 different mousses. Think like a Mars bar with a cherry filling along with the dark chocolate. It's very tasty. It's very like fun to eat. Messy, it's a lot, it's very rich. Probably richer than I can handle. This feels more like a shareable dessert, but it's actually delicious. If you have issues with textures, it might throw you off a little bit, but I think it's worth at least trying it to see if you like it. I would give it 4 out of 5. So they absolutely would not let me leave without trying their
also an alternate new dessert. Their lemon poppy seed cake. This is a lemon cake with like this poppy seed tool, a little cream on here, a little bit of like raspberry like jam on the side here. Go ahead and dive right in. Is California Grill going to be the first place to give me like lemon desserts? Possibly. That is a very strong lemon custard, like sharp lemon, like lemon head lemon. If you like lemon things and like yellow cake, this would make Dave Chappelle proud. Like Dave Chappelle before he got canceled, when everybody still loved him. Before he quit the Chappelle show and like ran away to Africa for like a year and didn't talk to anybody. Like that level of Dave Chappelle love. It's a good cake. It's very cakey. It's very rich. I don't know that I can finish a whole one, but then I do think again this is like one of their shareable desserts. What you could do if you're ever craving into things at California Grill is try to get a bar seat. The bar seat is not prefix. You have the option to get prefix, but you can also order a la carte. So you can come and just get dessert if you like, or even any of the other things that are on the menu. I give this 3.75 out of 5 claws. I think I like the cherry chocolate mousse with the caramel more, but it's still a really good dessert. That has been another trip to the Grill of California.
I want to say this is one of the better trips that we've taken to California Grill. It was effing amazing. Everything was good. I really have no notes or complaints.
It's really hard for us not to recommend California Grill. If you're coming for any sort of special event, or you just want to treat yourself, California Grill is just kind of the place to go.
Yeah.
The menu never fails. The service is amazing. And even if it's something you do not like, they'll fix it. Never once failed to give us excellent service and excellent food. I know the prefix menu can be kind of off-putting, but this is one place where I feel like the prefix menu is actually worth it. Because I feel if it wasn't prefix, it would be a lot more expensive.
It would be like a wild, wild west,
yes.
I think.
But I need to know why you guys haven't visited California Grill yet. Let us know in the comments below. Now, if there's anything else you can see us do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, you won't see this bear. It's a Mickey.
You heard the girl.
So fun.